Today we're talking Hocus Pocus 2, Andor, and so much more. I'm Jenny.
And I'm Andre. This is What's Up Disney Plus, where we talk all things Disney Plus.
Just in time for Halloween, the Sanderson sisters are back in Hocus Pocus 2. After a couple of teenagers light the black flame candle on All Hallows Eve, the sisters are resurrected once more to wreak a new kind of havoc on the children of Salem.
We're so very excited to welcome one of the stars of Disney's Hocus Pocus 2, Belissa Escobedo. Hello!
Hi! Welcome to the show, Belissa.
Thank you for having me. Excited to be here.
Excited to have you here and excited for Hocus Pocus 2. So, have to ask you, were you a fan of Hocus Pocus growing up?
Oh my gosh, absolutely. Huge fan. I mean, my house always covered in Sanderson sister merch from probably September to all year round.
That's a good Halloween-y.
Right?
Yes. September's when we start.
Yes. I also just have so many fond memories of watching the movie growing up. You know, my mom is a huge fan. Not a Halloween season passes by if we don't watch it at least twice.
Your mom sounds cool.
She is.
By the way.
No, she is. She's super cool.
Oh my gosh. Well, can you tell us about the sequel and what we can expect?
Yes, absolutely. I think the sequel's a lot of fun. I think people are gonna love it. You know, it gives all those great nods to the original, and you get to see more black cats, more sinister magic, and the iconic Sanderson sisters. And then you have three newbies, three teens, and they're trying to navigate their way.
Navigate around the Sanderson sisters,
Yes.
which is going to be interesting.
You know, typical night when you accidentally bring back the Sanderson sisters.
Oh my God.
Happy
It's
Halloween.
happening.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
Yes.
So, can you tell us about your character in Hocus Pocus 2?
Oh my gosh, so my character is Izzy. I love her so much. She's so funny, she's so sweet. She's definitely the one who gets scared the easiest.
Oh.
You know? I think between, you know, Becca and Cassie, who are her two best friends, they grew up together. She's just that one friend who's like, I love everything, and I love everybody. She's just such a light. She's so positive and, you know, quirky. She was a lot of fun to play.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see Izzy go up against the Sanderson sisters.
I know. Once you said how like sweet she is, I'm like, ay pobrecita.
But also,
You're like,
happened?
yeah, she's going up against the Sanderson sisters.
Well, that's actually what I was going to ask you about, because yes, you got to work with the Sanderson sisters. What was it like being on set with this iconic cast?
Mind-boggling, honestly. I don't think ever in my wee little wildest dreams did I ever think I was going to be working with the Sanderson sisters. I mean, just as actors, they're amazing and it's awesome. They know their characters so well. Those personalities are so set that when you see them, you're like, there they are.
Was there a lot of like, from the three of them, like, I can't believe we're doing this again? Like,
yeah. No, I think there were definitely those moments that, you know, you could see them have where it was like, we're back. Here we are,
at us.
you know? And when that first moment happened that we got to be there for, it was just so once in a lifetime, like special. You're watching a reunion, like,
yes.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
So it's Hispanic and Latin American Heritage Month. So how does it feel to be represented in a franchise that you grew up with?
Feels amazing. I mean, seriously, like such an iconic franchise. Halloween movies, my favorite genre of movies. So to be represented in that, I mean, it feels like an honor to have that, you know, to be that for someone else also. There were so few representations on screen when I was growing up, and I'm so happy that my cousins get to see this and be like, there we are, you know, because I think that's so important. Seeing yourself represented on screen, seeing your community there, and especially in sequels to movies that you love.
Right?
Yes.
Come on. So amazing. I love that, you know, that we have this representation, especially in this movie.
What inspires you to create more for your community?
There's so much untapped artistry way out there, and I think it's so important to bring that to kids because that's our future generation of artists. When I would see people, it would be a moment of where I was like, I can do this, you know, here we are. And to know that I'm giving that back to my community is so special, and to think that my cousins and, you know, their kids and their kids and their kids are gonna be able to grow up with someone how they feel seen.
Do you feel there are aspects of your background or your heritage that you bring into a role or even just into your everyday life?
I try to bring something of my heritage with me in every single role. I think for this one, it was more of like my little sing-songy voice, you know? I've always thought Latinos kind of sing when they speak.
Yes.
And so that I tried to bring to her. And I think in my everyday life, I mean, the music, the dancing, the food, like that is something that's incorporated into my everyday. And something that, you know, I always make sure to celebrate is Dia de los Muertos. You know, wherever I am, even if I'm shooting somewhere away from home, like I make sure to build a little tiny ofrenda in my hotel room.
That's
you know?
so sweet.
Because I truly think that's another thing that's so beautiful about our heritage is how we, you know, value our loved ones and honor them. It's really beautiful.
Yeah, and like the quote, I'm gonna butcher it right now, but you are your ancestors' wildest dreams.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So I think about that all the time.
Absolutely.
Like where I'm at, and I look at a picture of my abuelos and I'm like, yeah, I'm doing this for them.
You know, they'd be so happy that we're in Hocus Pocus 2 now, or whatever you're doing. You know?
I mean, yes, it's they're probably like, what's a TV? But
yeah, what's a TV?
they're like, this is so cool. Like, look at where we're at now,
Absolutely,
and you know, making strides.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I'm sure we all hope to see, you know, in generations coming after us is like, yes, you know, you're doing an even bigger thing than I was doing. And I love that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of fun roles, it definitely was fun to see you in Hocus Pocus 2. I feel like it's going to be on repeat for this Halloween for a lot of us. So congratulations. And it's just so great talking to you.
Thank
You're so fun to talk to.
you. Great to be here. You can catch Hocus Pocus 2 now streaming on Disney+.
And now, here's what's new.
This month and beyond, we invite you to seize the moment. Through our Hispanic and Latin American Stories collection on Disney+, we hope to honor the values and impact of the community and spark moments of togetherness. From beloved classics like Coco and West Side Story to inspiring adventures like Andor and Encanto, join us in celebrating the cultures, creators, talent, and music of Hispanic and Latin American stories.
One team who's lost hope, one champion who will never give up. Don't miss Save Our Squad with David Beckham, an original series streaming November 9th on Disney+.
What team? Wildcats, get ready! Season 4 of High School Musical, the series is officially in production.
The cooperation between plants and animals can make even the smallest creatures unstoppable. Supernatural, from James Cameron and narrated by Benedict Cumberbatch, is now streaming on Disney+.
Dancing with the Stars on Disney+, it's definitely a 10. Stream Dancing with the Stars live every Monday at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific.
Jenny, I gotta tell you, Espionage is so much fun. I'm spying, I'm sneaking on the enemy ships, I'm double-crossing, deciphering codes, sending secret messages. I probably shouldn't be talking about it.
Yeah, that's pretty much the first rule of espionage.
Okay, I'm gonna need to untell some stories.
Good idea. But before you do, let's talk Andor. Filled with danger, deception, and intrigue, the Star Wars series is a tense, nail-biting spy thriller featuring Diego Luna, who reprises his role as rebel spy Cassian Andor. Cassian embarks on the path destined to turn him into a rebel hero.
For those who haven't started the series yet, we sat down with This Week in Star Wars host Kristin Baver to get you ready for Andor. Take a look. Welcome back to the show, Kristin.
Thanks so much for having me, guys.
Okay, Kristin, kick us off for all things Andor.
All right, here we go. In Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, Cassian Andor is a rebel known for being a ruthless assassin and spy. He and a small team attempt to steal the schematic plans for the Death Star, kicking off the events of Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope.
The events of Andor take place 5 years before Rogue One, between episodes 3 and 4.
At this point in the Star Wars saga, the Republic has fallen, and the Empire's power continues to grow as they rule with an iron fist and consolidate their hold on the galaxy.
Andor tells the story of the burgeoning rebellion as galactic citizens begin fighting back.
We'll see what makes Cassian the perfect undercover agent capable of pulling off the most difficult missions.
The new series follows Cassian's journey to discover the difference he can make and his first steps on the path to becoming a rebel hero.
We cannot wait for this series. What are you looking forward to the most?
Oh, I've been waiting so long for new Mon Mothma content. I'm so excited for that, but also I just love Cassian Andor. I can't wait to see more of him. And B, the droid is adorable.
Oh, yes, he is.
Yes, absolutely. Well, thank you for joining us, Kristin. Getting to talk Star Wars with you is always a treat. And where can people find This Week in Star Wars?
This Week in Star Wars comes out every Thursday on StarWars.com and the Star Wars YouTube channel. Thanks so much for having me, guys. This is great.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Diego Luna and I play Cassian Andor in Andor. The story is about the awakening of a revolutionary, how a man finds out that he's capable of bringing change and be part of something amazing.
We meet Mon Mothma in Andor in a completely different place than she was in Rogue One. She's steeped in empire, in a world of political intrigue, and we will go on a journey to find the woman that we already know and that we love in Rogue One.
It feels really incredible to be part of the almost 50-year franchise of Star Wars. I grew up watching the original trilogy, and it's only just started to hit me how important and amazing exploring this universe is for people, for the fans, but also the people that create it. And I'm like super happy to be on board.
Audiences can expect a really thrilling and human story when watching Andor.
It's full of adrenaline. It kind of takes you on so many different turns and rides, and you'll get to meet so many different characters and different planets and different worlds within this universe. And I'm just so excited for people to watch this and enjoy it.
There's nothing like this, you know? I find a connection with the material and with the character that I don't find with anything else. Once you think you know what the series is about and what kind of tone and feeling you're gonna have, then it evolves and moves somewhere else, you know? So audiences can make sure they will enjoy the ride. You can catch Andor now streaming on Disney+.
We lit the black flame candle with Belissa Escobedo from Hocus Pocus 2 and watched the rebellion begin in Andor. That's our show.
Be sure to head on over to Disney Plus to stream all these and more. Happy Hispanic and Latin American Heritage Month, everyone, and we'll see you next time.
Hang on, Andre. How about a little spell before we go?
Oh yeah, sure thing.
Ichita kapata melika mystica, give them fur, black as black, just like this.
Jenny, did you just put a spell on our entire crew and turn them into black cats?
We'll see you next time.
How are they gonna cut off the cameras? They don't even have thumbs.
Stop! I am a good zombie!